Good morning and welcome to the daily weather operations brief. This morning we are seeing mostly clear skies out there, along with some cooler temperatures and some breezy conditions. We have since issued a wind advisory in the previous hour for those winds exceeding the 25 knot threshold, and we are expecting those conditions to persist through the morning and into the early afternoon hours before we'll start to see those winds taper off a bit. And then later in the day, we will also be anticipating the arrival of some unsettled weather, likely in the form of some light snow showers to begin before ultimately they transition over into a primarily rain-focused event. However, with that being said, accumulations are expected to remain rather minimal. Now for today, taking a look at this morning's surface analysis chart here, we can see off to the southeast a cold front that has since moved through the area yesterday afternoon, and that has brought in these cooler temperatures for the day. And as we move through the day today, we'll see that cooler air mass continue to remain in place as it is going to be reinforced by that high pressure over the eastern Great Lakes up to the north. And that high pressure area is expected to dive down into the mid-Atlantic throughout the day today, and unfortunately that's going to lock those temperatures in, those below average temperatures in, and that is what is going to give us the chance of seeing some light snow as we move into the afternoon hours, along with some energy that is moving in from the west, which we can see here. We do see some reflectivity out to the west, and as we continue through the afternoon into those evening hours, this cold air is going to begin eroding away, and that is going to give way to rain being the primary precipitation type, and which that is expected to continue through Monday night and into Tuesday morning, as there will be a series of weak disturbances following that initial round of energy moving through, and that will give way for continued showers through the morning. And as mentioned earlier, for that snow, overall accumulation should be rather minimal, given we do have some warmer surface temperatures thanks to previous days here on the shore, in which we had a nice little warm-up, and we'll also have temperatures providing for some rather lackluster snow ratios. So at this time, accumulations likely below half an inch for the local area. Now taking a look at the current weather observations out on the field this morning, we are seeing some scattered clouds up in the upper levels at about 25,000 plus feet, and we are seeing unrestricted visibility this morning. Winds are out of the northeast at about 19, currently gusting up to 27 knots. Temperature is sitting at 37, expected to climb into the low 40s, and our relative humidity is currently sitting at 72%. Now, taking a look at the satellite imagery from this morning, we can see those upper level clouds streaming across the area from west to east, and that is as that area of energy and that upper level disturbance begins moving in from the west, and we'll continue to see those clouds building in through the day, becoming overcast as we move into the afternoon. And to show you generally the idea of how this precip is going to move through the area, this is a high-resolution model on a 24-hour loop. We can see that we start off with some rain, potentially with snow mixing in, and then for a brief hour or two switching over to snow as the primary precipitation type, and then we see those warm temperatures erode away that cold air, and we see rain showers linger around for a good long while into tomorrow morning. Many of the models generally show this being the case. Some of those models do show that snow will be the starting precipitation type, and then will transition to rain, and some show a mix, but in general, brief period of snow and then ending up with rain to conclude that unsettled weather moving through. And then taking a look at the 24-hour forecast ahead, seeing those scattered clouds out there this morning, expecting to see that into the early afternoon. We'll then see overcast conditions moving in. We'll see those rain chances building in, rain and snow chances building in for a couple hours in the late afternoon, and then we'll see everything transition over to rain. And as we move into the early hours of tomorrow morning, those rain chances will diminish. Expecting windy conditions this morning and into the afternoon, then tapering off. And then we'll also see the chance of some lowered visibilities and ceilings as that energy moves through and brings that precip through the region. And for the short-term forecast on Tuesday, expecting to see mostly cloudy conditions with the slight chance of some lingering showers hanging around and a high near 50. Could also see some lowered visibilities and ceilings for that time. Tuesday night, similarly, mostly cloudy, slight chance of scattered showers and seeing some patchy fog, as we will have a warm front coming across the area, and a low of 42. Again, may see some lowered visibilities and ceilings. And then Wednesday, mostly cloudy and a slight chance of that patchy fog from Tuesday night lingering into those morning hours, and a high in the mid to upper 50s, so a nice warm-up. May also see a slight chance of a shower passing through the area associated, again, with that warm front. That is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. We'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a great day.